That's one of the things that's why you drive them cars, because these are conversation starters.
Welcome back to Rebel Classics. Today we are doing a Car Stories mini, showcasing a mini story with an awesome car. So today we are with Bob, our mechanical guru.
Yeah, well, today we're going to talk about my girlfriend's truck. That's supposed to be her baby, but long wheelbase, diesel engine, she doesn't really like it. So it's 1947 Chevy Loadmaster. It's swapped with 5.9 litre Cummins diesel. With maxed out B pump, which is 630 horsepower.
So, how did you come to own the truck in the first place?
Again, my girlfriend. My girlfriend wanted a nice, cute, short wheelbase pickup truck with a V8 in it. So that's pretty much everything that one isn't. But we found that one. Just going through, we actually seen many other trucks, and they were all not worth buying. So we finally got to that one. It was literally a joke, as let's make a camper out of that. And I don't know, a few days later, we actually went to Nottingham, picked it up, and then drove it all the way back home.
So when you picked it up, what state was it in?
Oh, that's the most important bit. It was running and driving, but for instance, all the body was covered in that fake rust spray. So my girlfriend spent hundreds and thousands of hours just to get rid of all that to get to the original paint. I've seen it. Mechanically, it was absolutely terrible. It's kind of hard to describe. I pretty much rewired and replumbed every system in the truck, and the air brakes and air clutch and everything pretty much on it, suspension. It's not complicated, but it's just a lot of lines, and they were routed in the way that they were touching the bits that they shouldn't, chafing, melting, just all the bad bits pretty much.
So how much of the truck have you built yourself? Because it's got some advanced systems. It's got air brakes, air clutch, air suspension.
So it had most of the, I'll just go around. It had most of the air stuff already in it. It was just done, how do they put it, botched? That's the best way to say it. That's one thing. And the interior wise, there was nothing. It was 1947. The heater was original heater was just cut off. Nothing was plugged in, so we had to go through everything. We used a ton of dynamite to sort it, because the truck was vibrating a lot. Exhaust was bolted on straight to the cab, but now it's in a running and driving condition in the way that it's actually drivable, and I'm using it to drive it to work every day, anyways.
How is it to drive every day? How fun is it?
When it's dry, it's miles per gallon. And the best thing is, it doesn't use much fuel anyway. It's a big diesel. When you're doing 70 on the motorway and goes just a little bit over idle, it's really good on fuel. It's way better than V8, but I still want a V8. It's fun, but when it's raining, like it is now, you cannot use the throttle. Everyday driving, you use about 10% of the throttle, which is okay. You get used to it, but when it's wet, it's just because for now there is no weight in the back, no weight in the back, so the wheels just spin most of the time.
under the hood?
Yeah, there's not much to say. Get a big turbo, big fuel pump, and you got big bang. Those turbos are rated to like 740 horsepower or whatever.
And how much is it making now?
630 on the engine, on the crank. So like, with the drive-through noises, the losses are a bit less.
And since it's a diesel, the torque figure is interesting to people.
It has just all the torque. It's 1,000 plus, but we don't know because it went over the graph. So the dyno was inspected for that. Anyways.
All right. So what are your plans with it? Do you want to add more power? Do you want to take it to Santa Pot? I would love to see in a quarter mile.
So it's going to go to Santa Pot. It's going to go to Santa Pot. But first we want to get a nice flatbed on it, make it a car transporter, so it can be actually used for more than just driving to work and back. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Definitely we'll go to Santa Pot.
Who uses it more, you or your girlfriend?
I do use it more.
Okay.
But what can I tell you? She basically said like she doesn't like parking it on Tesco's, so it's just so it's mostly me.
Needs a Range Rover instead. Okay, could you show us around the cab? What's inside? What have you changed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do we have in here?
Work in progress, basically. The entire interior of the truck is covered in Dynamat. Like every square inch under everything has Dynamat on it. That was the first thing we've done because it's an old truck. It's fairly loud. We've got all new rubbers for pretty much all new gaskets. Everything that's made out of rubber in this cab, we've got it new. Part of it is already replaced. Part of it still isn't. Other than that, oh, the Nardi steering wheel. That was my girlfriend's. That was my girlfriend's baby, basically. Why Nardi? Well, my girlfriend has a Nardi in pretty much everything. Like she has a Honda Jazz with a Nardi in it and titanium shift knob.
Speaking of shift knobs, what is this?
Well, it's a really nice short shifter, 5-speed gearbox. I don't know what else can I tell you.
Did you make it or did it come?
No. We got it with the truck, but like we did like the idea, so we just rolled with it. We did added a heater and all the other like creature comforts, so you can actually like demist the windows and actually drive it like in the winter or something.
What's the furthest you drove it so far?
I mean, we drove it from Southampton to here, so it's throughout the entire country.
How was the journey?
That was before we did all the modifications, so it was rough as hell. And it was raining halfway through.
What time of the year was it?
Winter. Yeah, that was the middle of the winter. It was like January.
So you drove it in winter without a heater, without seat belts.
Affirmative.
Was it your first time driving? How is it to drive
Yes.
compared to a normal car?
Well, because it has powered everything. So got power steering, even air-assisted clutch, air brakes, like in a lorry. The throttle is throttle, and the short shifter in here as well. Everything is pretty much normal, except you have to like have that mindset that the brakes are really good, and if you do too much, they will send you through the windshield. The throttle, if you go too far with it, it either spins or just it goes. So you just have to be gentle with it and take into the equation that it's fairly long. That's the important bit.
How does it feel when you get into the truck for a drive, emotionally?
The thing is, like, so many things with it are just not the way we want it. It's like a black sheep or something like that. But everyone's pretty much, everyone waves at you, smiles to you, says hi. That's why you drive them cars, because these are conversation starters. If you think about it, it's a truck from 1947, and the cab, other than surface rust, has no rust holes or anything like that. You've got to appreciate that bit. Like they were made from different steel.
Thick metal.
Yeah, it's a thick metal.
Any plans for taking it to shows? If anyone who watches this presumably might want to see it in real life.
Well, definitely when we have shows again. That's as simple as. The thing is, when we're gonna have the flatbed on it, we'll probably take our projects to
every show in the area.
So can we expect Big Bertha carrying the burgundy red gold from Rebel Classics?
Exactly. So that's gonna happen probably.
Can't wait to see it.
like when we finally can do it actually.
Is there anything you would like to add about classic cars and you know, living with them?
Classic cars are the best thing you can do if you are into that automotive world, because they are like awesome conversation starters. But you've got to like remember about having a classic. It's a journey. There's usually a lot that you need to do, but when you actually do it, it's a bloody amazing experience.
Okay. Can we go for a ride?
Yes, let's go.
Brilliant.
Because of the water in there, it was just...
Does it spin the wheels a lot?
Yes. You just have to be really gentle about the throttle, and if you are gentle, it actually goes. But I am doing like 10% of throttle maybe. So it's not, and it does accelerate a fair bit. So. But the steering is loose as like driving over Miss Daisy. You can do it like in the movies.
It's a real American truck.
Yeah. It's fifth gear uphill, a bit of throttle. Brace yourself, yeah.
So that's what over 1,000 Newton meters of torque does.
Yeah, it's just a lot of torque. It's fun. It does make you smile.
Yeah, miles per gallon.
All of it. It's so nice. And the cars behind us are just gone. So I'm not even touching the throttle.
Really on there.
Okay, I can go like a bit more. Just a little bit more. It is fun.
You can hear it pick up instantly.
Yeah, it just goes. It doesn't, it reacts just at that very moment.